What up guys, it's your brother Joe here, once again bringing you F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. Here I am once again, filling up that calendar with all kinds of activities in the corporate side of things, just building my team up, getting that sweet moolah so that I can keep upgrading and moving forwards. Anyway, we are also adding some upgrades to the car on the chassis. Although from future installments, I am going to focus on the power because that straight line speed lacking a bit. So anyway, we are now at Hanoi, and I find this circuit rather challenging. I bet you thought I was going to say Hanoying, didn't you? Anyway, that's a replay of me having a big moment in Q1 as I try to get myself into Q2. I'm going a little bit deep there. I find Sector 3 on this circuit in particular extremely challenging. Like, even with racing line on for new circuits, as I usually do for circuits I find difficult, it's still hard to pick out and get it perfectly right. But we nailed a lap together there, and it actually turned out to be good enough to get 18th. So we're now doing another run, which we are improving on. Oh, those walls are so close, aren't they? I tell you what, that last corner terrifies me every time I go around it because the wall is so close, but you've just got to absolutely plant it and just have complete faith that you're not going to hit it. Anyway, out of the last corner now, and, well, I do kiss the wall a bit there, but it's P13 and we are through Q1, and in fact, that's where we ended up qualifying. So, here we go, the Vietnam Grand Prix.
Formula One circus has arrived in Southeast Asia once more as we usher in a new era and get ready to go racing here in Vietnam. A lap of Hanoi circuit then, 3.4 miles around the Vietnamese capital. A number of the 23 corners take their inspiration from other great circuits, hopefully creating plenty of passing opportunities. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Now, let's talk about Charles Leclerc. Looks like they've got a tough race in store today as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Alexander Albon, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Ocon, Perez, and Lance Stroll, Oldtimer, Raikkonen, Daniel Kvyat, and Leclerc. They've taken a grid penalty. Gasly, Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Mick Schumacher, Norris, Grosjean, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
We are now on the grid at Hanoi then, getting ready to go. 5 red lights. And it is lights out and away we go. We've moved up to 11th because of penalties, and we've absolutely got an insane launch off the start. And I've got a nice load of clear space going into the first corner, around the outside of quite a few cars there. And now the inside line we have on Vettel. And from that amazing start, we are up into P4. Oh, if only that could be where I'd finished. That would be incredible, but I think we don't quite have the car for that, as Albon just comes straight on my right down the straight. And this is what I was talking about, at the straight line speed. We need a bit more of it if we're going to fight with these guys. But Vettel, not too quick out of there. We've got a cheeky little inside line here. And this will be the scene for many of my overtakes today. But you know what? We managed to get back past Vettel there. And it is P5. What a good start. You know, considering we started 11th, we are up 6 places from that. We did get as high as 4th, but Albon, like I said, he just got too much speed on the straight. We weren't going to be able to fight him. And we're having a little cheeky look up the inside, but no. There was nothing that could have come from that. And we're heading towards the end of lap 2 already. And Albon is gone. And I find that rather annoying. Right, I'm not saying that again. I'm never saying that again. I had to get one in. I'm sorry, but I had to. Right, we've now got Vettel coming right up my rear. He's going to take the left there, and like I said, I just could not fight him at all. The speed of that Ferrari is insane. Sainz now going up the inside. I've braked late. I'm trying to get back up the inside of Vettel. Sainz has sent up both of us, and we've got a very strange incident where Sainz has just forced Vettel straight into the wall. I've had to back up a little bit and resume. How did that one happen? Sainz is just sending it up both of us. I didn't know he was there. And, well, that was a bit clumsy from Sainz. And also a little bit clumsy from me. I should have anticipated him coming down the inside. So I think both of us are to blame there. Carlos just getting over ambitious. Just trying to send it up the inside of both of us. And, well, that's not ended well for either one of us. Vettel also in the wall. And in fact, that is Vettel disqualified from the session. So, well, that's just unlucky on his part. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time as I dip it wide there again. I'm really struggling to nail together Sector 3, and it shows. It really shows. Right, who's this coming up my inside now? I believe it's Perez. With an absolutely incredible run on me. I had to go across to defend him very quickly, and we've still got P8, I believe, so we're still running in 8th. I'm going for a one-stop strategy in this race. I'm running softs until about lap 10, and then we're going to switch over to the hard tyres. Perez coming straight back at me again. No, it isn't. It's Giovinazzi. I got two of them on me now. This is incredible. Perez nudging me through to make space as I'm trying to defend them both. Perez has gone on my left, Giovinazzi on the right. And I have just been passed by two of them on the straight. Can I get them both back under the brakes? Yes, I can. And Perez, well, we kind of just forced him off a bit there. And I lose a little bit of balance going off the curb. The car stepping out, but we get away with that one. Giovinazzi is now right behind me. And we are carrying on. As we now get to lap 8, once again, this long straight, which very much leans itself for overtaking opportunities. Giovinazzi looked completely out of shape as he was going for it. And the yellow flag comes out just after he passed me, which prevents me from going for the move. It was a very temporary yellow flag, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. But this is another move around this little double apex corner that I'm attempting on Giovinazzi, but it didn't quite work. There was just nowhere I could have put my car, and Giovinazzi holding me very well there. But now it's P6 because a few cars in front of me are pitted, one of which being Valtteri Bottas. And I'm trying to get for Giovinazzi, but I think that's Perez again just having up my inside. I've braked very late. Giovinazzi's locked up, so he hasn't got the run in the corner. That's very sideways out of the corner. That reminds me very much of what I did in FP1, I believe. Or Q1, sorry. And Giovinazzi's trying to send it up my inside there. I don't know how he thought that move was going to work, but I shut him down very quickly. And now it's time to pit in for my one and only stop to take on the hard tyres, which I will be taking to the end of the race. Oh, this pit lane feels very, very slow, doesn't it? Oh, it feels very... I feel like I could have a cup of tea. In fact, you know what? Where's my drink? I was able to stop and have a bit of a drink there. Right. On to the hard tyres. We're going to lose some places. Where are we going to come out? I'd like to think we've come out close to Giovinazzi, although he's on soft, so that might be quite difficult. And we've come out in P11. It's P11 because we come out of that pit lane charging while they're going slowly around the first corner. We are behind Giovinazzi, but I believe he has to stop again. We've got Grosjean and Norris coming at me now. In fact, Lando's just absolutely sending it. And I've just got to accept that. But I've got a better exit out of there. Lando just seemed to go a little bit wide on the exit. And that's just allowed me to take P11 back. And stay ahead of Lando Norris. He's got Grosjean for company as well. It's Leclerc and Giovinazzi ahead of me. I'm not sure whether Leclerc's pitting again or not. Right, we've got Grosjean on my right. Schumacher somewhere amongst this lot. I'm not sure where, but we managed to get Grosjean back under the brakes, and that is still P11. We are just hanging on here. Norris has just disappeared a little bit from us now. Now we're busy fighting Grosjean. Lando's just taken this opportunity to check out a little bit in front of me, and that's very close to the wall again. I have a feeling I'm going to end up in that wall at some point, but we're on lap 15 now. We're just over half distance, and Grosjean once again sending it on my left, and we're going to try and, well, we've ducked in really. There's not a lot we can do. Grosjean's covered me, but I'm going to go for this cheeky little move again. Favourite overtaking spot of the circuit, but the problem is that it does leave me vulnerable when they get DRS, so I don't know why I didn't just tuck in behind Grosjean, take the DRS. That might have protected me from Ocon a little bit, because now Ocon is really going to be coming at me, and the straight line speed he's got with the DRS. Oh, he's hit me up the back there. I kind of went to defend a little bit too late, and Ocon just hitting me up the back. I'm going to try and hang him out around the outside. We just keep the position. You can see there, I move across very late. I didn't know he was already alongside. Such is the momentum he had. And that just caught me a little bit off guard. Ocon losing a piece of his front wing in the process. Meanwhile, we're watching Mick Schumacher, who's amongst us, having a big moment out of there. That was a little bit scary to watch. Right then, back on board with myself. We are in 8th. Bottas now right behind me, having made his way forward. I don't know, he must have had a slow stop, because I don't know how he ended up behind me in all of this. As far as I know, he was in front of me at the start, so bit of a mystery on that one, but we'll gloss over that for now. Bottas right behind me. We seem to have him covered for now, but it is a matter of when over if, because that Mercedes is completely OP and we are not. And look at it. He just blasts past me and makes it look like I'm not moving, but I've missed my braking spot and I've accidentally gone into him. And that's one thing I feel I need to work on, is not missing my braking spot, because if I brake too late like that, I either end up having a collision or going straight on, and that's one thing I really want to try and avoid. So I'm giving myself some constructive criticism here. Whether I listen to it or not is another thing, as me and brakes tend to not be a concept to go together. Right, trying to defend Bottas now. He is on my left, I'm on the right, but I think Valtteri might just have me on this one. Oh, he's got sideways on the exit though, and that has allowed me to hold the position on him still. So Bottas really being let down by his exit there. We were down to 9th, but we've had a little impact with the wall there, so we're going to be carrying a little bit damage. And Bottas on my left then, getting the move done, and I think relieved to have done so. Now Gasly's coming at me as well. Gasly also passing me for that 9th place. We're now down to 10th. We're falling down quite quickly, and I'm hoping that we can still hang on to at least 9th, or 10th even, should I say, to grab another World Championship point and a 2nd points finish in a row. We managed to go around the outside of Gasly though, and yes, holding on to 9th would be nice, but 10th I'll take. And Norris there, I think, hitting the barrier after having a big moment round there. Lucky he's still got a car after that. He's lucky the wheels are still on it. Right, Gasly once again on my left, and he's just, well, he's blasted past me in that AlphaTauri. We're going to have a look at him now, but no way through there. So I wonder if we're going to have a cheeky little look round my overtaking spot of choice. Nope, there's no way through there. Gasly blocking the way. We're now going to have a look on the main straight here, which is not really a straight, but it's very, very long. And we don't seem to be able to get into his slipstream there. We've turned up everything. We've got DRS, overtake on, and we just don't have the momentum to keep up with him. Gasly's just, he's gone. He's just gone at this point. So we are now actually in 9th place, so something must have happened to Bottas. I believe he must have pitted again. And we're now covering off, once again, Sergio Perez, who is right in my rear. And he is just not letting this one go today, is he? Perez, he's been with me the entire time. It's like Bahrain, except we're not battling for last. But Perez, is he going to have a look here? I can't see how close he is. He's getting closer. I can see the player marker now. Is Perez going to have a cheeky little look there? Yes, he is. He's just absolutely blasted past me like I was driving a supermarket trolley. And that is P9 for Perez. Can I get him back a little bit later in the lap, or is he going to check out? In fact, I think he's checked out just a little bit now, so we are going to try and get a move back done on him. Oh, that was a little bit of playing there a little bit with the track extending, but we've now got past Perez in my favourite place of choice. But again, like I said, that's just leaving me vulnerable for when he turns up the DRS, because again, he's just going to blast his way through. I try to defend, but again, he's just miles quicker. The speed of that racing point is something else entirely, and by the time I try to look at the braking spot, he's already well ahead. I nearly go into him, actually, braking very late round there, and Perez, I think, checking out, and we're going to have to, at this point, I think, try and settle for P10. I'm not going to give up just yet, but Perez just seems that bit quicker than me. That last sector still scares me. That last sector's terrifying. We're still hanging on to the rear of Perez here, but it's just, again, it's a little bit futile pushing that hard to try and keep up, because he just has that slight edge on us. Hard on the brakes, trying to see how close we can get. And oh, he's got sideways out of there. I've had to gone to the left to try and take advantage of that, but I myself then went sideways doing it, and that, I think, has allowed Perez to get away. I kissed the barrier as well, which means I've sustained a little bit more damage, and at this point I think Perez is safe in 9th, but we are still looking at P10. We've got a small gap to Bottas, who has come back through the field, so yes, he must have pitted again, but he's on soft tyres. He's going to be supremely quick. We're going to have to absolutely nail this last sector together as we kiss the barrier again. That's a front wing fully damaged now, and we could be a sitting target for Bottas. It's on our right, but I've kept the inside line. Oh, this is too much. This is too much. I'm doing everything I can to cover off Bottas with a damaged front wing, but we should have it now. We do have it now, and that is P10, a second points finish in a row. Get in!
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Plenty of action here in Hanoi. A memorable race and an impressive victory. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team. So let's review the updated driver standings.
That was a bit of an action-packed race, wasn't it? But yes, we managed to finish 10th. Max Verstappen takes the win. Hamilton and Albon 2nd and 3rd. Lance Stroll in 4th place. That's an extremely impressive result from him. Leclerc and Ricciardo 5th and 6th. Then it's Raikkonen, Gasly, Perez and myself just holding off Bottas. And you can see as we scroll down, we have 2 World Championship points. So we are tied with Perez for 14th in the championship. I'm hoping to pick up a few more points in the coming races as we start to upgrade the car. I'm going to also look at the improving upgrade speed in the corporate section as well. So hopefully once we can afford that, the upgrades will just start piling in and we'll start moving towards regularly being in the points. Although we had 2 points finishes out of 3 races, we can't complain, but I'd like to be fighting just that little bit higher up. Anyway, here are the race highlights. Hope you enjoy, and I'll join you again for the next one. Bye-bye for now.